Okay, let's do this. Cancer, let's do this. Let's get into this reading. Hope you guys are doing good today. Thank you for joining me. As always, my name is Kim, and I'm here to give you messages for next 3 days. But you know what? Apply it how you can apply it. Sometimes they just want to give you messages to let you know about what's coming in the future. But we'll see. Opening up to their spirit team, their spirit guides, and their angels. Please give me messages for the Most High. For the sign of Cancer. Let's do this. Let's do this. I have 528 hertz, which is the love frequency. I have X-rays, and I have the solar zenith. So what do I have? I have really strong alignment for you. With the solar zenith. Okay, so you can see on this card, this line right here kind of represents like the surface or surface level. But then here you are attached to the sun, like perfectly aligned. So whatever work you've been doing, whatever spiritual work you've been doing, even if it's just like, you know, we can become attached to so many different things here that I'm not too big onto overdoing it in any one area. If you are just doing you, then you are probably very spiritually aligned right now. So let me go to the book here and see what they have to say. But I feel like this is about your spiritual alignment with the highest good of all, with the light, with the white light, beyond the mind. Meet the sun at the highest point. The solar zenith marks the point where the observer and the energy centers are perfectly aligned. Oh, okay. So really cool. With the X-rays energy that's right with it. The reason I say that is because there might be this energy where you are the observer. Yes, you can be in that spot, but you're noticing the energy and how it's working in others and in yourself more clearly. You're seeing things that you did not see before. That's the X-rays. The X-rays is actually X-rays is seeing things that are not visible with the human eye. So you're seeing this through your spiritual vision. Okay, I'm just seeing somebody noticing how the energy immediately is reacting to its environment. An example. We have an example. If you have been dealing with, I hope not, but you know, in this world, if you have dealt with someone who's really like they're acting mentally unstable, or they're going way off the rails in anger that's very unwarranted, like you might notice the energy working to mirror what that person's giving. So they may get into a lot of accidents, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like you might notice how people are attracting energy to them, and the direct consequence, like directly, of a person's energy. It doesn't have to be like a big accident, but it can be something just small, but how the energy is responding, how it works with their body. So it's like you may be noticing this about yourself too. Generally speaking, the only reason people always push you to know thyself is because, well, it's more common to try to look outside of yourself with these human eyes that we have. So I think some of the first things you would notice in that observer state are not necessarily those things about yourself, but maybe what's happening around. As you know anyway, this is a perfect mirror, a projection of what's going on. So in some weird way, it is knowing yourself to understand as the observer what's going on in your outside world. Yeah. That's a big one. That's a big one. You are knowing yourself. Okay. It's like how people find love in different ways too. And yeah, so whereas you might not understand somebody trying to find love in something outside themselves, it's mirroring back to something that is actually happening. Oh, it just gets too much sometimes. It gets too much. Let's see what else. King of Pentacles. It's your King of Pentacles. It's on his face. Okay. Got it off. Got it off. King of Pentacles. It's a person who has mastered finance, but it's not everything to that person. They know how to get it. They can take care of many other people. It's usually a sign they're grounded. And if this is you, you might be being called to be in hermit mode here more than usual here lately. Hermit mode. Why hermit mode? Now let me. There's a feeling, it's just a feeling I'm getting from this card looking at the hermit, of a person who's analyzing. They don't want other people to take advantage of the position that they're in, so they're analyzing. Maybe they're analyzing. So this could be you in a position of, I want to help somebody, but I'm not going to put myself in a position to be taken advantage of. I mean, they have reached mastery for a reason, right? And so I'm sensing like a withdrawal into hermit mode because of this, because of that. Tell me more about hermit mode for Cancer. The Sun, which that card up there represents the sun. So it's like, wow, aligned, we could say. Aligned with the sun. Tell me more. Let me get a different deck. You also have the Three of Cups, by the way, on the bottom, and it was in the upright the way I was holding it earlier. So there's a lot of people that are being drawn or attracted to your energy. I think it's necessary to pull back sometimes and get into this hermit mode, because the way that I'm interpreting this sun is you. Is as you. Like a leader, a pioneer, somebody who has a lot of information. They just, and it also might be this frequency. This 528 hertz has to do with the love frequency, right? But it talks about the divine DNA blueprint being turned back on or reset to that with that 528 hertz. So so it may be very attractive to some people, to a lot of people. Your light. Okay, Spirit, I'm looking at the Hermit and the Sun together here for this clarification of the Sun and the Hermit together. It's an interesting combination. You know what it reminds me of? Of Amaterasu Amaterasu is I think she's like a Japanese goddess, and one of the only goddesses, like female energies, to represent the sun. And she is the sun, but she's in this cave. And so the story goes that the other gods gave Amaterasu these two mirrors, very similar to my mirror up there, that mirror right there, but they gave her two, one for each hand, and they did so that she would see her light and then decide, you know, I want to come out of this cave. So she did, and so she did, the story goes. And so she did. So I have roses, love, romance, affection, appreciation, devotion, fawn, delighted, high emotional IQ, gifts, friendship, infatuated, enchanted, passion, fidelity, tender, yearning, and attached. That's that frequency. That's the love frequency. What else on this top row? Which these are like my main cards. These are the clarifiers. What else is here with the Hermit and the King of Pentacles, please? The Knight of Pentacles. And the Star on the bottom. Yeah, when I see the Star and the Sun, wow, it's some big, there's something big happening here. The Knight of Pentacles in this deck in particular is talking about a wealthy individual, this person on the card, this wealthy man who wants to offer you something, and so your choice is whether you get in this car or not. So, well, let's say, so the choice is whether you accept an offer or not. And then the Star, it might be one of those, you know, it may be a dream offer for you. And since the King of Pentacles is somebody who commits, and you have the love out here, this could go either way. This could be a love offer or opportunity coming your way, but it also can be, but, well, no, okay, let me reword that. It is both. There's money included here, and there's love. Now, as to whether it's going to be solely about money and business and finances would be up to you. I feel like you're this Hermit here. And the Sun. Tell me more about what this offer is. King of Cups. Goodness. King of Pentacles in the reverse. Wow. So, okay, so we have from the heart, right? About the heart, from the heart, stable, balanced, a Zen energy, master of his own heart is what the card says. This is a lot, like I'm picking up a lot of somebody that's about ready to take action on an offer or even a romance, something that they have thought about for a long time. The Hermit does it. The Hermit does its studying. He does his studying, right? He gets his knowledge. He does his own figuring things out, right? Yeah, so something was figured out as to what's going to be offered, what is straight from the heart. And action. Kings are about leaders, yes, but also action. King of Pentacles. Justice in the reverse. Give me another card with Justice in the reverse. Knight of Cups upright. Wow. Okay, yeah, so Justice in the reverse, with the Knight of Cups, it seems like that this is some sort of offer. It's unexpected. Movement that's unexpected. It will balance the scales out. There's something in a relationship or partnership. Remember, we started off saying that this King of Pentacles is in their head about or thinking about who they're committed to, who they're giving to, who they're partnered with, or who their contracts are with, and analyzing that because maybe it's not so balanced, right? Or maybe they're being taken advantage of in some situation. And so they're questioning that. And the roles could be reversed. This can be you, or this can be this person that is about to approach you, where they have had this experience where something was really off balance, because they had. I feel like because this person has so much to give, but they're very connected to their heart space too. So in order to do that, I feel like Justice reverse is the breaking of some contracts, literally in order to come towards you and make an offer. Knight of Cups. So I have two offers here. So that's the main gist of this message, I think, is that there's going to be some sort of offer here. Yeah, this is the energy of changing, right? And it landed on the King of Cups. So whereas a person might have been making decisions on what looked best for the family or what was best on paper or financially even, this is like moving forward, but now it's going to be, this is more heart-centered. Not saying that money's not important in ways, but this is like, no, this is following the heart. There's a song, and the line that's going through my head is, what am I going to do about this feeling inside? Okay. And I think that's Aerosmith, Angel. But anyway, that is what I'm picking up on, of the energy of whoever is wanting to make an offer or is going to make an offer. They're wondering, what do I do now? Because now I have this feeling, as well as mastery here on the, on the financial plane or financial side of it all. But it's like, what am I going to do with this? Because this is an overwhelming frequency, right? It's more important than anything. It's the love frequency. It's more important. So what am I going to do? And the flamingos. On the bottom you have flamingos, and flamingos we think of as, one, how they have like one bent knee into a situation and one standing back. So it's like a person who's maybe in transition in their life at this time. But this is somebody that has a lot to give. Person of Earth. They're very grounded. They're very wealthy. but they want the heart and home. They don't just want, so yes, they may be prosperous and stable, but there's some sort of like soulmate energy here. So lovers, union, attraction, seduce, and then heart and home is really what it's about. So the happy home, security, love, contentment, heart's desire. So that's what I'm getting. Let's do an animal spirit. See which animal spirit is here with this. Heart's desire. Okay, so the Cobra and the Hermit they kind of go together in a way. Because a person has decided to listen to their inner self, their inner teacher. They've decided to be still, to focus on healing if they need to, right? With that Cobra, they find their authentic voice there. So it's about the throat chakra with the black egg, and it's about you being your authentic self, but also this, like I said, these roles could be reversed. This person could be finding their voice and wanting to speak up maybe about how they feel. I have this on high alert. So Gazelle is a person who's, they're wide alert and aware of everything that is happening, and that energy would let me know that they're very aware that also the energy here is shifting and changing, because it's changing the priorities in a person's heart. And Peacock seems like a lot of eyes on someone, but that's what I was picking up with the Hermit, the Sun, and that Three of Cups earlier. Was there could be a lot of eyes on you, or just somebody who shines really bright. They have a lot to be proud of. That's the Peacock energy. Show your colors. Be proud of yourself, where you've been, how you got to where you're at now, all of that. So it looks really good. This is a good reading. $9.99 is your message. So we'll close out with $9.99. Thank the past for your lessons and leave it where it belongs, so that you can make the best of a life that's waiting to be fulfilled by only you. I am unique. And nines represent kind of culmination of everything from the past up into this point, so that there can be, endings in sight, and new things also. With that said, so if you like a private reading, information's in the description box below. They are pre-recorded videos, by the way. Just put in the notes on check out what you would like to know. And thank you for your support with those. Sending you love and light. And until the next time, bye, Cancer.